Hi friends, Magus Supreme here coming to you guys with another reading. So for this reading, I decided to look into what rewards or blessing is coming right at you or coming your way. Pretty much whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest, whatever it is that you know your spirit guides have been cooking up for you, it's pretty much what are they going to serve you next. So for this reading, the energy of today has been real electric. It's been really palpable. Like I really feel my connection very strongly today. So I decided to just like come on here and read like everyone else is doing because it's sunny out here in these spiritual streets. And I don't want to be the kid sitting outside looking out his window watching everyone else have fun. So, but get my butt in the game today, and I'll put out my reading or readings because I've already did one for the zodiac signs. So for today's pick a card, for the pick a card for this reading, I have 5 piles. I don't have them in front of me because this is actually my second time recording this. The first one messed up, but I know why. It was a sign. So now with that out of the way, we're going to get into pile selection. So with pile selection, we have 5 piles to pick from, as I mentioned, and you guys are going to pick a card from my pocket oracles. So for pile 1, we have Pitchfork. For pile 2, we have Trumpet. For pile 3, we have Stick. For pile 4, we have Bell. For pile 5, we have Das Boot, or The Boot. Or just Boot, whatever you want to call it. So with that out of the way, you can rewind, fast forward, take the time to meditate and connect. Do whatever it is that you got to do to pick your pile. And with pile selection out of the way, we're going to get into the reading. So if you chose pile 1, this reading is for you. So let's look into the area, into the blessings that you got for you, that's coming your way, pile 1. Let's see what we got. So what I did was I structured this reading around a rune. And then from there, we got the energies around it. Oh, I'm almost about to put this whole spread out backwards. Here we go. The ordering is important. So, pile 1. The rune that you got is Behu. So the Behu rune is all about material and financial abundance, financial gain, and about more money coming in. This is like abundance, like definitely in a sense of like monetary or like material gain. Normally I like to say abundance is like joy. Is also could be like peace and things of that nature. But the Fehu rune is very clearly money, money, wealth, and material things. So that's a big blessing that's coming your way. Maybe some of you guys have really been trapped and like this mindset of like feeling like there's nothing coming for you, that you guys are just like poor, that maybe you could use more money, but the fact of the matter is it's coming. But you have another oracle here called Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. And what this is telling me is that you guys have really been on like a really tough path. Like you guys have really been just putting in work, been really just doing what you can while you can, and you really just didn't know what was going on, what was your next steps going to be, or what was supposed to come through for you. I really feel like you guys like know that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, but you didn't really know what the light at the end of the tunnel was supposed to be. And the light at the end of this tunnel for you guys is money, abundance, like really abundance in its truest sense. With the Believe in Magic card, this talks a lot about like having spiritual assistance and spiritual guidance. And this is like resonating with the pitchfork for me. Because every time I see the pitchfork in this deck, I always channel it as, and you guys are going to laugh at me, I always channel it as like your angels and spirit guides just like poking you in the back. Like, go on, go, go. like just pushing you to to move forward, to do things. Like there's no turning back. If you look back and you're getting jabbed with a pitchfork. So I just really feel like you guys have like such spiritual support, such spiritual help, like a lot of guidance and whatever is happening on this path, or whatever it is that you've been working for, working on, and trying to achieve and manifest, which is mostly just money, material, comfort, and stability for this pile in particular. Is a blessing that's going to come as a blessing that's going to come your way. With the broomstick here, this card actually surprised me. I didn't know what it was here for, but it's about cleansing. So I'm going to read the broomstick card. Maybe you guys' intuition can pick up on something, because I was getting like, oh, okay. See, this is why I'm glad that I actually I'm a reader that refers to the booklet, because the broomstick card, some of the keywords for it is preparation, cleansing, and protection. And I was just sitting here telling you guys how you guys have like heavy divine, how you guys have protection, like how you guys are being supported and guided. And one of the words here is protection. The high note is prepare for fun, frolics, and high energy abundance. And that's also like being here in the Journey by Moonlight card. This is a nighttime party that these magical beings are having. They're coming together, they're playing instruments, and they're hanging out. This is really going to be a very fun and exciting and abundant time for you. And this is what you guys have been pushing you towards all this time. The broomstick says your energy is potent. You have the ability to see what needs to be cleared away. Therefore, this is a good time to sort out the various cupboards of your life and make sure that they are fresh and up to date. Your sexual energies are active, so expect a new relationship to become intimate. If you are already in an established relationship, you may seek greater involvement or pleasure. Reaffirm your needs to each other and work together to bring magic into your sharing. Broomstick reminds you to enjoy who you are. It may also increase your psychic awareness. Like I said, there's things that's really just being like swept out of your life. You're transitioning from a very tough cycle into something that's really, really beautiful and abundant. Even though I channeled the Fatal Rune as just money, the other cards here are talking about more than just money. So hey, you guys know best, and I'm a roll with what they tell me. So it's more than just money. This is about to be a fun and fulfilling period for you guys. You probably was just trying to manifest money in abundance, but with that money in abundance is going to come a whole heaping of other gifts, because the spirit guides love you. You've been working on your intuition. You haven't given up, and you kept pushing on, because I can see that in the Knight of Pentacles. You've been putting in steady, consistent, and dedicated work towards something, Pile 1. And the payoff is going to happen. Only thing you got to do is just be patient and wait for it. If you guys are feeling impatient about, I've been hearing this message for 2 months now, 3 months now. Well, you're going to hear it for 3 more months if you keep that same energy. and that's something that you guys need to realize. Like, don't rush spirit. Don't rush it. Whatever is happening because you're doing slow, dedicated work. That you're taking the time out to really relax, just taking the time out to take breaks, to relax, and to even just have some mature, fun here, Pile 1. So don't worry about it. We have the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. The Page of Swords lets me know that this definitely has a lot to do with probably even communicating with someone else. Maybe you guys do a lot of work online, or maybe you guys might even have some kind of platform where you talk to other people or connect. The Page of Swords to me is someone that's actually very charismatic, intelligent, could be also funny, but could also have has room for growth in their learning. And I think with the Four of Swords, the room for growth in your learning here is that you need to learn to be patient. Patience is something that you really have to continue to maintain. Some of you guys probably already been practicing patience. Well, you have to practice it for a little while longer, because things are going to work in divine timing and not in your timing. Be mature about it. Because something that whatever is coming in for you, Pile 1, whatever this abundance, fun, and beauty that's coming into your life is going to come in because you are mature, you've been putting in stable and consistent work, and you've been communicating your wants through your actions to your spirit guides. and so they will reward you. Um, Now, before I grab that oracle, let's actually grab some tarot cards. I definitely want to get some clarification for the Page of Swords. Can you clarify the page? Ooh, wow, okay. This joint just like jumped out at me. Wow. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This comes back to what I was saying about about patience, like, and needing to like slow down. It could be like your mind. Your mind has really been like really focused on like, you know, this manifestation or things coming in. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Very young and immature energy here. Like, even though the pages do have their degree of charm, at the end of the day, they're not fully developed. And like I said, this has to do with your patience, pile one. Like, you know, you guys have probably been saying, I've been patient for too long. Well, this is a journey by moonlight. You're not going to see the path ahead of you. You're not going to know the destination. You're not going to know what's next. You just got to keep going through the darkness, because there's definitely, because there's no turning back. Like I said, your guys are behind you with a pitchfork. They are prodding and pushing you forward. There is no turning back. So you just have to learn to incorporate the energy of patience, to stop fretting over whatever it is that's supposed to be manifesting for you. Pile one. So let's get some clarification for the Four of Swords, because I feel like the Four of Swords is the actual advice here, and that's to rest, to relax, to introspect, to do some things that's actually like personally fulfilling for you. I'm going to start bleeding. That's okay. Hopefully I don't bleed all over my cards. Do some things that's personally fulfilling for you. Take the time out to rest. Pile one. If you feel like you've been working and you know you're not seeing any results, that's the time to take a break. You could also be a Gemini, because that's exactly the message that came out of my zodiac reading. Here it is, the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Perfect. The Nine of Pentacles is all about like independence. It's about achievement, success that happens like from you working on your own. Pile one. You guys are definitely, it's okay to sit down to dream, and sitting down and dreaming and thinking about this is going to manifest. But if you keep trying to like move forward with this Knight of Swords energy, this Page of Swords energy, just try to be quick, focus, and just like think that putting in so many steps, putting in so much energy, putting a lot of intention on your manifestations is going to make it manifest faster, you're sorely mistaken. Your order has already been put into the universe. You've already been diligently doing the work that you need to manifest this thing for you, pile one. So now's the time for you to just slow down a little bit, to enjoy your life here with the Nine of Pentacles. Enjoy what you have already. Enjoy what you've already managed to manifest. And if you feel like you have nothing, that you've manifested nothing, that everything is still the same, then you're not looking at you're not looking at your life the way that you need to. That's the energy that needs to be swept out of your life, because your life isn't the same. Whether it's like you manifested a new job position, or maybe you manifested something small and menial. And I'll give you an example for me. At first, I was like really, really, you know what? I'm gonna give you an even more recent example. I was really upset that I didn't have a PlayStation of my own. I had to sell my game system when I ended up being homeless. But just the other day, my mom gave me her PlayStation and even a TV to go with it. And I've been really wanting a TV, or wanting like, you know, a PlayStation or something to entertain myself here besides, you know, my phone and my little Nintendo Switch and my YouTube readings. So now that I got like a better sense of entertainment, it really helped me detach from just building my YouTube channel and just like and just hyper focusing on what I don't have. And maybe this is something that you guys need to do. Find something that's fun for you to do to distract yourself from the fact that, you know, your manifestations aren't here yet, because they're coming. You've been working on it, you put in your order, and they're going to show up. So let's clarify. Let's clarify this Knight of Pentacles, and then we'll get into your oracles. Oh, wow. The card that came out was the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It jumped out first. I put it back in, I reshuffled, and it jumped out again. So definitely Five of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, money. If you guys have really been worried about your financial status, been worried about meeting your fiscal responsibilities, you've been putting in a lot of work that's aligning you to the energy of wealth. And one of the things that you need to clear out is the thought process, the belief that you haven't been manifesting anything, that you can't manifest, that things are just moving slowly, that nothing is happening. Sweep that out on K Power One, because things are happening, things are changing. No matter how small that change may be, no matter how incremental that growth is, it's still the sign of life and it's still the sign of growth. You are about to come out of this Five of Pentacles energy. That's why it's in reverse here. Like, it's about to be over with. Even though you truly been feeling like really overwhelmed by this energy, it's about to be done. It's about to be over with. You've been doing your proper steps. You put in your order already. I keep hearing that. You already put in your order. So shift your perspective on this. Wow. Because it's over. Oopsies. I keep doing that. I'm taking so many cards. Yeah. Wow. No wonder I took so many cards, because they're all telling a really long and cohesive story. Shift your perspective on whatever it is that's been going on in your life, Power One, about your manifestations. They're coming in. This cycle is coming to a close, and a new and more abundant one is about to begin for you. This is something that some of you guys, if you are spiritual in nature, if this is something that you are spiritual in nature, especially since your guides are showing up with Journey by the Moonlight and the Pitchfork, this is, you guys are spiritually led. You guys know this to be true. You know that it's coming. So be freaking patient, I'm hearing. Just be freaking patient. Put your mind somewhere else. Like I said, I just ended up getting a PlayStation and TV. Now that can help me get my mind off of what's not here, what's coming, because I can distract myself. I can meditate. My options for entertaining myself is open. You're going from this Five of Pentacles energy, from it being like really dark and oppressive, to a really beautiful time here with the Six of Swords. And your ships are coming in with the Three of Wands. A new adventure is beginning. You're about to embark on a brand new period in your life, a brand new cycle that's coming. And it's going to be a cycle, a journey, a path that's going to make you feel abundant, free, and everything that you even wanted. And see, look, the sign standing out right here, Gemini. Remember how I said you could possibly be a Gemini? If you're not, don't worry about it. This message still applies. But yeah, if you're a Gemini, then this goes doubly for you. Because I feel like Spirit is just like, you already know. You know this already. So pipe down, relax, and enjoy what you got. Because there's already been a big shift and a big change in your life. A rebirth, a reimagining of your story. Let it happen. Let it flow. And let it unfold. So Power One, that's your reading. That's the blessing that's coming your way. Thank you for your time and your energy. If you guys want to support my channel, the links to do so are in the description box. You can book a reading, donate a deck, or send me money if that's what you want to do. Anything that you want to do is wonderful and always accepted. Thank you and be blessed. Peace. If you chose Pile 2, the Trumpet, then this reading is for you. So Pile 2, let's look and see what blessings is coming your way. I structured these readings around a room, and I'll show you what room you guys have in a minute. You guys have the Berkana, the Berkana room. The Berkana rune is all about like a birth, rebirth, and about being protected. It's about, the feminine aspect of creation. This is very much Empress energy here with the Berkana. I was channeling the energy of the Empress, and when I did my own research and delved further into this room, I found out that its tarot correspondence is the Empress. So I was picking up on this energy very, very clearly here. There is something that you guys have been creating and changing, and it's you. Your blessing, your reward that's coming in is a brand new you. And you're being reborn into this world as a stronger, wiser, more radiant and palpable spirit here, especially with Berkana leading and signifying the energy of your blessing, of your reward that's coming in. You were put into the womb and you were gestated, you were changed, you were like really forced to do your inner work in a very solid place. And I mean, from a point of solitude. And what's happening here is that you really undergone like a very big transformation, and there's a rebirth and a change in your life. Pile 2, your reading was by far the most synchronicitous, the one that's like actually like super, super easy for me. Like I pulled your cards like that. This is beautiful energy, Pile 2. One of the biggest things that you really can realize is that you are a brand new person. This is a blessing that's coming your way or a reward for your hard work. And I really feel like this is both a reward and a blessing. And this is one that you actually are enjoying now, Pile 2. If you don't feel different, if you don't feel any different, like, or you can't really, if this just not resonating with you, then like I said, I didn't say this. I said it in the last video that cut out. If this isn't resonating with you, then maybe you can pick a different pile. I would suggest pile 3. But if this isn't resonating with you, pile 2, then I don't know what's wrong with you, because this should resonate, because you've really just been doing a lot of inner work, and you've really been put into a womb, into a protective place, like really sheltered by the universe to grow, to change, to really accumulate and download new wisdom. I get the feeling like, if you guys have been going through a tough time, you really had to dig into your inner power, into your inner strength in order to bring something new. You've been, and with the Uranus energy here and the Pluto energy, well, with the Pluto and the transformation card, this says a fresh new way of living emerges. And Pluto is all about rebirth. The way that you even live your life is about to change, pile 2, or has been changed. And like change with the energy of the Uranus card here. There was a deep and strong revolution in your life, in the way that you see the world and the way that you've been doing things. I really feel like this has been a long time coming. Over the last 9 months, I'm hearing, like over the last 9 months, or like even like last 9 years. You've been challenged, pushed, and pulled in a way that forced you to go inside yourself, to heal, to change, to grow, and you come out this revolutionary and powerful person. With the Trumpet here, I'm feeling the energy of the Judgment card. Because to me, the Trumpet is a call. It's the call to ascension. It's like when royalty walks down like the red carpet back in the day, or when they would introduce royalty, they will always have to blow the trumpet to signify the arrival of someone important. You became an important person in the spiritual realm, and that energy is going to translate into your physical life, because you're going to have a brand new way of living your life, pile 2. This is very beautiful and synchronicitous energy. You've been made anew, you've been reborn, and now you're going to live your life in a brand new way, especially with the Fool card here. Like, this is purity. This is innocence. This is like, I'm hearing a reimagining of yourself. Like, you probably never really seen yourself in this light. If the old you would have met the person that you are now, you wouldn't recognize yourself, I'm hearing. You are so new. God, you are so new, pal, too. This is like crazy energy. I'm feeling it so strong. And the reason why I keep repeating certain words is because that's what you need to be taken away from this. This has everything to do with your energies, with the way that you live your life, your outlook on life, your perspective on spirituality, on living, on being a mother, on whatever it is. You became someone completely different. Hell, you might not even recognize yourself when you look into the mirror, pal, too. That's just how radical, how revolutionary this change has been. The third card that you have in your reading is the Mother Star. The Mother Star is a yes. So if you guys came in here with like a question about whether this is a blessing that's going to come to you, whether this is a reward that you're going to get, the answer is yes. You're gonna get it, especially if it's about love or about a new relationship, because you do have the Ace of Cups here. If that's something that you was asking about or something that you wanted to know, the answer is yes. You transformed, you healed, you changed your energy, you upped your vibration, power two, and now you're going to start effortlessly attracting the things that you want, especially with the Berkana rune representing the Empress here. Berkana is about like the feminine energy and the feminine energy way of creating, of just attracting the things that it wants, nurturing the beauty in its life, nurturing its abundance. The person that you are now is very magnetic. You bring in abundance, you bring in blessings like a magnet now, Pile 2. And you're going to get to explore and see that energy. The mother star here is someone who's incorporated both cups, wands, pentacles, and swords energy all into one. This is someone who is protected by spirit and who has really learned to fully integrate every aspect of themselves. This is what you've been hermiting for. This is the time that you've really been spending inside yourself to learn to integrate and to express all these energies in a way that's beautiful and that's healthy. And this is why I really felt the energy of the Empress, because the Empress represents all of the queens in the minor suits: the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. All that rolls in one makes the Empress, and the Empress forms the Mother Star. This is you really becoming a well-rounded and eclectic and powerful individual. I say eclectic because to me Uranus is the weirdo, and it's the weirdo planet, the planet of the weirdos, of people who are just like different, fringe, and very like niche, but they're genius in their own right. And the thing about geniuses, because I should know, the thing about geniuses is that they're often misunderstood. They're ahead of their time. They're too visionary for their contemporaries. And I mentioned something like that. Like if you are having a tough time with the people who are your contemporaries, it's because you're a new person. You're what the future needs and not what your present time is wanting or producing. You are the future, pal, too. And this is something that you need to realize and keep for yourself. Because now we have the Ace of Cups of a new beginning. We have, the Fool, the Ace of Cups, rebirth, transformation, new, 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 new. You are new, pal, too. You are so new, so wonderful, so powerful, so blessed. And this is your blessing and your reward for all the hard inner work that you've been going through, pal, too. You guys probably been enduring some real challenging time, some real hardships, and just know that you are going through those hardships and those tough times to grow into the person that you are watching this reading. Okay? All your suffering was for a reason, and now that you've finally been hatched, you've been brought up from your ashes, pile two. Now that you're finally that phoenix taking flight, or a phoenix ready to take flight, you're about to experience a whole new way of living life, pile two. So get ready. That's a big part of your reward and your blessing. The way that you've always seen life is about to change, and the way that your life always went, is about to be different. We have Sun in Aquarius of idealism. Some of you guys are very helpful, very humanitarian focused. You probably wasn't that way before, but through all your hardship and trials, you learn to have a heart for other people. You learn to grow and to feel sympathy for the poor, for the neglected, for the weak, for the people who suffer just like you have, or even the people who didn't suffer the way that you did, but still suffered nonetheless. You developed a heart. And also, I'm feeling like, you have a stronger idea of how you will want to change this world, Pile 2. What kind of energy you want to bring into it. That's very strong Uranus energy. And Uranus rules over Aquarius along with Saturn. And here we have resources with the Sun in fourth house. The resourcefulness card speaks to me of your inner resources. The fourth house is a very deep and personal house. It's like the house of not the house of self, but like of your deeper, most inner self. The fourth house is ruled by the moon, but it's also about family as well. There's a big interplay here between you and your family, you and kids, you and children, you and your mother. There's something here about that kind of energy. And I did mention my mother in this pile, which is hilarious. So there's something here about like that energy, that relationship being changed, being healed, but the relationship between you and your family. And there's a lot of sun cards that came out already. You already had 2 sun cards, which is all about abundance, about vitality, about life. And boom, here it is. We have the Saturn and Taurus, ostentation. Being ostentatious is like really just doing things that really alienate you from other people, really grandiose and beautiful things. I really feel like this revolution that's happened inside of you has really sparked you, really allowed you to find your inner fire as well, Pal, too. This blessing, this reward is going to allow you to do what you think is right, no matter what other people, no matter what other people may believe or what other people may think. With the Saturn and Leo card coming up, you're going to speak your truths. The card of generosity. And like I said, about caring for the poor, the underprivileged, and the underserved, that's here. That's your niche. Your heart has been activated and has been awakened, Pile 2. And you're ready to step forward and to serve, to help, and to heal. Not only yourself, but to bring that energy out into the world. You're being called into that with the Trumpet card here. To get out, to serve, to help, and to uplift. Because you've been through this whole period of like growth and rebirth through tough cycles, and you've known hardship just so you can help other people through it. So when you start getting elevated, when you start attracting in so much wealth, so much abundance, you don't forget where you came from, Pal 2. Don't do that. Do not forget where you came from once everything starts shifting. You're meant to extend a hand. Shout out to Joey. You're meant to extend a hand down and pull those people up. It's funny, like so many messages that I've been hearing today, it's like really coming through, at least in the first 2 piles. So I know what that means, but I'm saying this for you guys. Don't forget to pull other people up, to share your wisdom, to share your experiences, to talk with other people, and to do more than just talk to other people, but help if you can. Oftentimes people think if they can just sit there and be a listening ear for someone that's helping, and yeah, it is helping, but if you can do more, then do more. You're gonna be asked to give because you've been blessed with so much. You're gonna be blessed with so much and attract so much. I keep hearing your life is going to be radically different. There's going to be such strong changes in your life, Pal, too. And you're going to have to give back. You're going to have to give back to the world. You're going to have to give back to the people and serve the people who need help. So, Pal 2, if this reading resonated with you, leave a like or a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. If you want to support my channel, the links to do so are in the description box. You can donate a deck, book a reading, or give me money if that's your twist. Thank you so much for your time and energy, Pal 2, and please be blessed. If you chose Pile 3, the stick, then this is for you. Now, Pile 3, this is the pile that I have to give the disclaimer on. If you pick this pile, know that this is your pile. Do not try to argue with the energy here. Do not try to quickly click off and pick a different pile or re-choose. Like, I have a strong feeling like if you pick Pile 3, then this is the only pile that's meant for you. Even if you decided to pick Pile 3 and, it's like, well, but I was also attracted to this one. The energy of Pile 3 is strong, it's palpable, and it's going to override all your other readings. This energy, this pile, no matter if you picked all 5 piles, this pile is the energy that's going to happen in your life first. This is going to be what you need to go through to receive everything else. This is the first thing that's going to come to you. Pile 3 is the very, very first thing that's going to happen. And then after the energies that's expressed here, then your other piles are going to happen for you. So if you didn't come here first, then I'm sorry because your bubble is about to be a little bit burst right now. But This is, the stick pile. And the thing about the stick, and here it looks kind of just like, a staff. I'm just hearing like, this is like whoop, beaten stick. You're gonna have to be vetted, changed, shaped, and molded in order to be fit and to be right for these blessings and rewards. But this trial, this thing, whatever I'm about to express to you in this reading, in and of itself is a blessing because it's going to change you. So for this reading, I started off with the energy of runes. Your pile is very different. It's the thick pile. You got like 4 of these oracle cards over here, one here, and now we got these joints here. And you even got a whole hell of a lot of tarot cards as well. So let's put the stick right in the middle. So your runic energy for your blessing of rewards is Hagalaz and Ahwas. And neither one of these runes is, positive. Ahwas is more positive than Hagalaz. But on this channel, energies of like the Tower and the Death card are actually very, very positive influences, I believe. Like even having your life torn asunder and changed is still a blessing in and of itself. It's a harder blessing to accept, and it's one that's going to take some time before you can see the value in it, but it's meant to happen. So if you chose Power 3, you're in for a rude awakening. Your Hagalaz comes as like, after we just get done, finish the first roll of the Elder Futhark, where, it ends with like love and community and happiness. But then out of nowhere, calamity and crisis strikes. And this is going to be your life. Think about like how in the start of certain movies, of like movies that are going to be like action packed, like Moonfall, for example. Everything starts out calm and serene, and then it's just like boom, crisis. There's a fucking meteor falling from the sky and it's crushing my house. my children, my husband just ended up sick and passing. Like he got crushed by the meteor too. Oh my God. There's going to be something that's really going to happen that's really going to challenge you, Pile 3. And like I said, this is the energy that's going to happen first, that you're going to have to get through before you can even if you picked another pile, this is the energy that's going to supersede that energy. This is first. This is what you're going to have to go through. This is your initiation. Because I have a feeling like if you pick pile 3, you're not really all that spiritual. You're not really that tapped in. You came to this reading because you had a curiosity, or you know a little bit about a little bit in spirituality, and you just wanted to hear some good news, and thought that you can just come in here and claim energy. No, pile 3, no. If you came to this reading and you've been having a budding interest in spirituality and things of this nature, you're about to be pushed into the deep end. That's period. It's going to turn your life upside down, pile 3. And I don't want this to sound scary because, I've been saying this and I had to be real contentious with you, pile 3. Because I feel like a lot of you people might be skeptics. A lot of you people might not even want to hear this. And if you're here already and you're still listening to this reading even after that opening, then you're already on the right track and you're already doing the right thing and you're already ahead of the game for your pile 3. Because you're here, you're ready, you're listening, and you're going to be taking notes. And that's exactly what you need to do to survive this. So the Hagalaz rune is the Tower card. Point blank, period. Your life is about to be uprooted. Things are about to change dramatically. Prepare yourself. Now, the Ahwas moon is all about sacrifice. A lot of times the Ahwas moon represents Odin's sacrifice and for the pursuit of self-improvement. He hung himself from the Yggdrasil tree, went without food and water for I think about 9 days, just to learn the secrets of the runes. It's a sacrifice that he had to make in order for him to come into deeper knowledge and deeper wisdom. And this is exactly what's going to be happening for you guys. This uprooting, this changing, this dramatic crisis changing your life that's about to happen is because it needs to happen in order for new things to take place, in order for you to be able to get the energy of the other piles that you might have watched if you picked other piles. But if this is your only pile, then like I said, it's probably because this is going to be your initiation into spirituality. You're about to be pushed into the deep end. Where the pile one, the pitchfork is like kind of them pushing, this is like them whacking you over the head with the stick. And I see in your tarot cards that maybe you guys have been like really resisting the energy of like going deeper into your spirituality. Maybe you've been resisting this change. You've been scared of the deep end. One of the things that I got when I was channeling energy for this pile in particular is that maybe some of you guys are just witches. Like, you play around a little bit with magic. You do your things for the ancestors. You probably make your little sigils, do your little earth witch thing or whatever. Because most witches who are just starting out, they just stick to just having plants in their house or something like that. Like, you're about to be pushed deeper, and you're about to really realize how deep this rabbit hole goes. And it's going to be a jarring experience for you. Because one thing about spiritual awakenings and spiritual changes is that it completely uproots your entire life. You are about to experience a spiritual awakening. And that's a blessing in and of itself. I'm going to tell you, because as a person who's been through multiple of them, so listen to me when I tell you this, Power 3. It is a blessing, and it is going to be worth it in the end. But the beginning stages of it is very jarring, it's very scary, very lonely. And if you have picked Power 3, I need you to comment down below and really try to stay in touch and talk to me through this or about what's going on, because maybe you guys are kind of already going through this now, and that's why you're here. But either way, Pile 3, you guys are in for a bumpy ride, and I can see it in your cards that this is something that you've been resisting, and there's no more resistance. Your spirit guides will wait no longer. It's time for you to be pushed into the deep end. So those are just the energies of your runes. So here in some of your oracles, we got a bunch of codes. We have the Arcturian light codes, the Star Being healing codes, Lemurian seed codes, and the Hathor light codes. And the thing is, not the fact that each one of these represents something individually, but the fact that you have a whole bunch of codes coming out of one deck. Like literally, I shuffle that deck really well. I use it a lot. And the fact that all these codes came out together in such a strong cluster, both on the top and bottom of the deck, send a very strong and very urgent message that you are going to have a spiritual awakening. Along with the Hagalaz and the Aidwaz moon, you're in for a very deep awakening, and your whole entire life is about to be changed around Pile 3. The fact that you have so many like star seeds, star being energy reaching out to you is probably because you haven't been living up to your fullest potential. Like I said, Pile 3, if you're just like, a witch, if you're just someone who just identifies as a witch, as like, a pagan, a Wiccan, or something like that, you're about to be delved into the deep end, because that's the kiddie pool energy. The energy of being a witch is real kiddie pool. You're sitting there and you're doing everything from just your own strength, from just your intrinsic connection. You're not understanding where your power comes from, or you just like only just know it as basically, oh, it's coming from the universe or it's coming from the earth. Saying those terms and saying that stuff without really knowing and truly what's behind it and the depths of that, of what that means. But you've been chosen to explore the depths, to go deeper, to see the bigger picture, and to transcend into goddesshood or to divinity. You're no longer going to be a witch. You're going to become a being who lives amongst the stars. And that's something that you guys need to know. To me, no shade, no knocking against witches, but witches is like, the bare minimum that you can do in terms of spirituality. It's for people who want to feel more empowered in their life, want to feel like they have some kind of control or some power, but not really want to go through too much of the hardships that comes with a spiritual awakening. It's just for people who want to just manifest, do little magics to like manifest more money and abundance or a lover in their life. Like, no. There's deeper work that comes with all of that stuff, and that's what most witches won't tell you about it. That's why their life is always in constant turmoil and chaos, and they're just not understanding why. It's because they're working magics, they're working with energies that they're not even taking the time out to comprehend or to give a thorough understanding of. And you are being called, Pile 3, to get a more thorough understanding of the energies that you've been working with, of the true energies that have been assisting and guiding you. The time is now. You've probably been seeing the signs, you've probably been ignoring them, or just don't know how to interpret them, or don't know what they mean, but it's time for you to learn. And you're going to be given that information and downloaded with that information. It might feel like you're losing your mind, Pile 3, but just realize that you're not losing your mind. You're deepening your wisdom, and you're really coming to see the world, the universe as is, and not from a small kiddie pool perspective. You're going to be seeing the big picture, and you're going to be, wow, okay. And you're going to see the world for as it is. As you can see, this woman is overlooking the world. She sees the stars right next to the stars, the moons, and the planets. You're going to be called up to a higher level, to a higher platform. And like I said, this process in and of itself is a major blessing. Even though it sounds scary, and it is, even though it sounds difficult, and it is, even though it might sound like it's going to cost you a lot, and it will, but this is something that's going to happen. And there's no running away from this. There's no, oh, I picked the wrong pile. None of that, Pile 3. This is your pile. This is your energy. And this is what's coming at you. And you can either take this reading and heed it and prepare yourself, learn to meditate, learn to like really pay attention to your dreams and like find help in getting it like organized. I'm extending myself to you, Pile 3, as a resource, as a guide, as a teacher, because I've been through multiple of these experiences already. So if you feel comfortable with me, then I'm here to help. If you don't feel comfortable, then find someone else. But it's going to be a disorienting experience. So prepare yourself for that. You're really going to have to come to know your inner power, your inner strength, and bravery in the face of what seems to be life or death situations where your entire livelihood is in question, Pile 3, or in limbo. It's not going to be an easy experience. Here we have the Queen of Swords looking at the Sun in reverse. Like I said, this is probably an experience that you've been trying to build up walls, trying to resist, trying not to come into contact with. But with Sun in reverse here, this is letting me know like you haven't been able to properly express your true power, who you truly are. The Sun in reverse is like this energy having a hard time expressing itself. It's having a hard time expressing itself because the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands is like literally in between the Sun and reverse energy. It's your own will, your own ambition, you not really wanting it to happen, and you're blocking it with both your willpower and your mind, resisting it for as long as you could. Like I said, you were safe in a kiddie pool, like of just calling yourself just a witch or a Wiccan or a pagan or something like that. But it's time for you to come into truth and to learn what's really real, Pile 3. You're going to get a deepening of your knowledge, and the time has come to not just play around with just not to just hang out with your ancestors, even though, your cloud of witnesses are here, they're your support, and oftentimes they are the closest thing to you. But it's time for you to go higher, to travel in the dark a little bit so you can travel through the void to see the star beings, the gods, the goddesses, and to see the view from above, like the view from above in a card. This woman is just looking down on everything, and this is going to be you. You're being called to a higher elevation, a higher perspective, a higher viewpoint, Pile 3. You may have been resisting it, but you can resist it no longer. It's going to happen. Everything that you know and everything you believe is going to be torn asunder, and you're going to be born into something new and deeper. Take this in, especially if you're someone who sees the Tower card a lot, but just like, oh, Tower, let me get rid of it. Oh, Spirit, you're always giving me the Tower card. No, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Because they have to keep blowing your mind, because you have a very strong resistance to the truth, towards deepening yourself. You blind yourself to it. You don't allow yourself to see it. You keep yourself in just the shallow pool of knowledge that you understand and that you accumulated for yourself. And it's deeper things for you to learn. Pile 3. It's deeper things for you to learn. And you're going to be going through it. Because at the end of it is death. Literal death. As you can see here, we have the skeleton poking the flesh. And here we have this skeleton over here claiming other fleshly beings. It's going to be a big death of your life. Like a big shift and a big change of who you are. You're going to come from just living this life in the on the fringes of the matrix. You don't try to live your life in the matrix, but you're on the fringes of it. You're still acquainted with it. You still go in and out of it. You're about to be forcefully unplugged, pile 3, just to use a matrix thing. You're about to be forcefully unplugged, and you're about to experience a very deep and dramatic change in your life, especially since the death card is a major arcana. The one good major arcana that you do have here, good major arcana that you have here is the sun, and it's in reverse. It's not being expressed properly, and it's being guarded by the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands, keeping it inside his pen. Death and the Tower is what's fated for you, and it's what you're going to get so you can eventually know your power, know who you are, and be able to express this sun energy properly. But right now it's being choked out of you. It's being choked. It's not being expressed properly, and your spirit guides have had enough. They're coming in full force to bring you up. Whether you're going to go kicking and screaming, or whether you're going to come willingly. They extended their hand to you willingly, gave you subtle signs, little things here and there, but it's been largely ignored. So now they're going to do it the hard way. I'm hearing. So you're about to be pulled, kicking and screaming, exalted, raised up. To be exalted is to be placed on a platform, to be recognized and things like that. And I feel like your spirit guides wants to be recognized. You've been spending a lot of time with with ancestral spirits, but it's time for you to know your star family, your origins, to go deeper into that knowledge and things like that. It's going to be really, really tough for you, because, this is going to be something that's innovative and new. One thing I'm feeling like this is going to be something that you're really going to have to learn about. But here's the indecision card. It's very scary. It's something that you've been resisting. It's something that you didn't really want to do. Something that you've been resisting with the ostentation card here. But I'm going to pull something else. It's something that you've really been resisting. Especially with that being like Saturn and Taurus. You're probably very comfortable. Like I said, you're probably very comfortable in the material world, or in the 3D world. Like I channeled before, some of you guys probably aren't particularly spiritual. You just decided to come into this reading to try to claim some good energy, or to just like be curious. And I'm sorry if you came here to just be curious, but this is the first step into you getting into something deeper and versatility. You're going to have to learn to open your mind to allow information outside of your small little puddle to come in, to infiltrate your life and your being, pile 3. Your reward and your blessing that's coming your way is a spiritual awakening. And like I said, a spiritual awakening is a blessing in and of itself. It just doesn't feel like one at the time, but the results, the outcome is so much more worth it when you take the time to like really go through and like really experience what you need to experience, no matter how scary, how jarring, and how displacing this really can be. But it's your time, pile 3. And this is what you're going to have to go through first before you can claim any of the other energy in any other pile 3. This is your pile. You didn't come here by mistake. You didn't choose this reading or this pile by accident. If you really felt strongly guided or felt guided or even just slightly curious to check out pile 3, this energy has already been placed into your life. So that's what you got for you, pile 3. I don't know how many of you guys are going to do this, but if the reading resonated, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel if you would like to do so. Thank you for your time and your energy. And if you want to support my channel, the links to do so are always in the description box, pile 3. Thank you for your time and energy, and be blessed. If you chose the Bell Pile 4, then this reading is for you. So let's get into your cards, Pile 4. To start the reading, I always lead off with a rune, or like I was leading off with a rune, and then I pull some oracles around it, and we even have some tarot cards here as well. Okay. So Pile 4. The rune that you have is Othila. Now, the Othila rune is manyfold. The Othila rune is all about like spiritual and ancestral inheritance. This is about something about a birthright or something that's meant for you in both the physical and the spiritual world. For some of you guys, if you come from like a rich family or like have a rich relative that you didn't know, someone that's estranged or whatever, you could be inheriting property. If someone has passed in your life, you could be inheriting money through a will, or you could also just be discovering an ancestral relic or artifact or something that's just been passed down through your family through generations, and it's up and you're going to inherit it. But the biggest thing that I'm feeling here is strong spiritual powers, Power 4. You could be a very strong and have a very strong spiritual path, strong psychic powers. But the thing that I feel here, Power 4, is that you guys might not know it. So if you pick this, like you don't know the depths of your power. If you pick this power, you don't know the depths of your power, but you're going to be awakened to them. I really feel like you guys' awakening is going to be more gentle. It's going to be very gentle. I feel like this is just going to be you like really learning, discovering how to use your psychic gifts and your abilities. Because to me, well, for me, the Othila rune, whenever I did like actually pull runes, back when I first got this deck and was first starting my spiritual practices and like really learning, Othila was the rune that I got for myself often. When I asked Odin to give me a rune, he gave me Othila. Othila is actually my birth rune. If you want to go look into your birth rune, you can do that. But my birth rune is Othila, which is about ancestral inheritance, birthright, spiritual power, and spiritual power that's inherited. You could be the chosen one of your family bloodline to help cleanse it, to inherit all the spiritual gifts that's been passed, that was supposed to be passed down. In my case, I was the only one in my line fit to inherit these powers because I was the only one in my line that believed in them and that was actually going to do something out of a very long chain of ancestors. I had to come in and be the one to step up and to claim this birthright. And if that's something that resonates with you, then this is definitely the right power for you, Power 4. This is all about cleansing ancestral bloodlines, clearing ancestral karma, and really stepping into like the true wealth of you, like your spiritual knowledge and gift, Power 4. You guys are powerful people, powerful psychics, whether you've been consciously aware of that or not. I really feel like you've been getting glimpses of your power and you've just been writing them off as coincidences or really just don't know how to put your power into words. But here we have the Sirius star blessing. Sirius is the companion to Orion, which was the hunter. There's always Orion and Sirius, so it's the companion to the hunter. I am actually from the Orion star system because in the Orion star system, there's my original star seed planet, Mintaka. So for those of you guys who are like really into that stuff, if that sentence really confused you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But you guys could be Syrian star seeds here. I don't know too much about the star seed origins. I know a little, and I do stress I know a little about that. I think Syrians are like really really strong helpers and things of that nature. But don't get me started. I can, if you comment below Power 4, I can send you to some very talented readers who are very connected to the starseed energy, who structure their readings around that stuff. And I can point you to some proper resources to learn what it means to be a serious starseed, or maybe learn a little bit more about whatever these ancestral origins and spiritual powers that you're meant to claim. So I'm going to read Sirius Starseed Blessing for you guys. It's the only pile that I actually pulled out the book to read for. So, Sirius was the brightest star in the sky and was of the utmost importance to the ancient Egyptians. In fact, our current new year was celebrated as the coming of Saptet, the goddess queen of Sirius. As during the last week of December, Sirius can be found in the high sky between midnight and dawn. The Sirius star system is home of a race of humanoid beings who most likely live in a dimension higher than our own. It is believed that these beings can be contacted through spiritual practice. Turning into them can enable us to receive high-frequency spiritual downloads. This card draws the brightest light of Sirius and the support of Sirian star beings into our world. When it comes to us, it helps us find lights in moments of darkness and uncertainty and to continue on. If you feel strongly connected to Sirius and his star beings, it's likely that you're connected to them on a spiritual level. And if you take time to locate the star in the sky, you might even have a sense of coming home. So your message. The message that comes with this gateway is a giant yes. It brings the energy of wishing on a star and seeing that wish come true. This is a time for you to move forward with any project or ideas that you have felt called to carry out. There is an energy of positivity, abundance, and excitement surrounding you at this time. Whatever dreams that you have been revisiting recently aren't dreams, but premonitions. Ooh, yes. Know that whatever you're connecting with on the inside is soon to be something you'll be experiencing in the physical. So think about what you desire instead of what you fear. See yourself as celebrating as if your wildest dreams have come true. As you do so, you'll be creating the perfect energy for them to manifest in your world. So yeah, Power 4. That's also like very, very reminiscent with what I was about to say next in your reading. You have a very strong and ancient connection to probably ancient Egypt, to Syrian star seeds. You guys would know more important to what it is. I feel like your ancestors could be from Egypt, or like it could be like your star family reaching out. I feel like maybe your soul star chakra could also be slightly opening up as well. I don't feel like a big energy. That's not something that's really huge here, but it could be something that you're going to be experiencing. Because the bell represents a call. It's an awakening. It's not as loud as the trumpet. Like I said, this is more gentle. This is a gentle awakening and a gentle understanding and a gentle coming into being. Because I don't feel like you guys are resisting this. I just feel like you just simply don't know. You just don't know where to get the resources from to understand or where to go or to what to believe or what not to believe. It's not that you're resisting this growth. It's that you just simply don't know. So here we have the Green Man. The Green Man is, I think, is a guardian of Earth. I have to read this card because I just pulled it for myself a little bit. I pulled this card like twice for myself recently, and I don't remember the message behind it. But I do see the orb here, the crystal ball, and the snake around it. And this is reminding me of Kundalini awakening, and again, awakening of psychic and spiritual powers. And again, with this 6th house card, as you can see, this person is meditating. They're sprouting many arms, which is like the sign of a bodhisattva, of someone that's becoming enlightened. And you can see their chakras being lined up along the way. This is a very intensely spiritual card. I mean, a very intensely spiritual pile. And I feel like your blessing or whatever is coming through is that you're going to start understanding what it means to be spiritually connected. Things are about to start working out for you in a way that seems almost magical. And that's going to be your blessing and your reward for whatever it is that you've been doing, Power 4. I don't see much about what it is that you've been doing. Maybe trying to connect to your spirit guides or develop a healthy spiritual practice. Because if that's the work that you've been putting in, you're going to be rewarded with with a deepening of your connection and an increase in your power, tapping into what it means, what you really need to be tapping into, Power 4. I'm gonna read the Green Man for you guys too. The Green Man represents the masculine aspects of life, taking risks, expressing yourself in the world, and moving forward with confidence. Prosperity and richness can now be claimed by those advancing with purpose. Relationships are also highlighted. For men, this card offers opportunities to be a guardian and protector, a strengthening link for others. For women, you're being guided to seek your masculine side and go for it. And that also fits in with the serious star. If you're a woman asking about a question about whether this opportunity is right for you, about whether it's something, whether, this thing is going to come in, or whether you're on the right path or that you need to take this action, the answer is a resounding yes. Go for it. If there is conflict in family, social, or intimate relationship, consider whether your relationship is healthy and fertile, or if it's time to reevaluate. Growth is still possible. Communicate. Fertile opportunities are offered. There's a big chance for growth, prosperity, and abundance. Both the Sirius star talked about it, and now the Green Man. But it's going to come through maintaining order in your life by learning to get your energies aligned to whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life. You're about to be brought into the secrets of manifestation. So for your tarot cards, we start off with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. And this tells me that if you guys have been hesitating, been planning something, been hesitating on making a decision, the Sirius star comes through to tell you, like, just make the decision, push through. Yes. And so is the Green Man. Whatever it is that you've been hesitating on or been indecisive about, just do it. Just do it. Because it's going to result in a very positive experience and positive growth and change. Because you guys have been contemplating and thinking about it long enough. Now is not the time for thinking. Now is the time for manifesting, for doing, for stepping into your magician energy and bringing forth your will into the world. From churning something from the physical realm from the spiritual realm into the physical realm, to manifest something that, whatever it is that you wanted. Because you see that infinity symbol here. You have infinite spiritual power. You are deeply connected. You are a spiritual person by birthright, through your blood. You guys could be shamans, druids, what do they call it? I guess like high priestesses could have a connection to ancient Egypt and near priest. I'm hearing even maybe ancient Greece, maybe even no, not Atlantis. I was about to say Atlantis, but I heard a hard no with that one. But whatever it is, you have deep and spiritual ties, and it's time for you to really bring those into existence and really find out what it means for you and what your powers truly are. And the part of the ways to do that is to meditate. Align your chakras. The first thing you're going to have to do if you are someone who really want to understand and learn how to connect a little bit better, how to tap into your ancestral heritage and energy, first thing you got to do is to get into the practice of meditation. That's always the first step. And through meditation, so many other things are going to come out. When you meditate, don't just jump to your crown chakra. Start with the root and work your way up. Because Kundalini rises, not descends. That's what that snake there. Kundalini energy is just the activation of your chakras, of going from your root chakra or even further down to your earth star, all the way up to your crown or your soul star. So allow yourself to grow into this practice. This is going to be something slow and steady, but if this is something that you've been wanting, do it. So around this blessing or award that's coming in, I really feel something intensely spiritual. But one of the things that's also coming is if you guys been wanting to pursue a lover or been wondering if a lover is going to come in, then the answer is yes with the Venus in Leo. Now, Venus in Leo is all about a hot, steamy sexual affair. It's not about long-term love or about relationships. The fifth house is all about very surface connections, things rooted in fun and very lighthearted energy. So if you guys have been, and I'm not going to say if you've been one, sorry, I heard something very inappropriate. I heard hurting for a squirting, but we're not going to say that here. I'm not going to put that energy out there. But whichever one of those guys put that in my head, that wasn't funny. But yeah, there's something hot and steamy coming your way. This could also be falling in love with a project as well. That could be the yes here. Like if you guys have been thinking about starting a passion project or something that's really going to like, tickle your jimmies in that way, then go for it. Start that project. Do that thing. But for those of you who've been looking for more carnal pleasures, that's also going to come your way as well. Can't believe that came out my mouth. Oh, okay. Wow. Jeez, did I not shuffle these cards? We have innovation and bluff. So yeah, okay, I get it. Whatever it is that you really been thinking about and dreaming about doing, Pal 4, do it. Even though you might not feel like you have the proper knowledge, even though you might not feel like you're prepared, jump into it and get started and learn through experience, because that's what Jupiter and Gemini is all about. Going in and learning and experience. This is definitely the fake it till you make it card. The best teacher is experience. Yeah. So go in and just push through and do it. Do whatever it is that you've been hesitating on, that you've been indecisive about, and that you've just been sitting here planning on and contemplating with these 3 cards. Now's the time to do. Do it. Manifest it. Bring it in. Because it's really going to help elevate you as an individual. It's just going to bring you a good amount of like money in the long run. And I really mean in the long run. Like it's going to take some time for this to grow, and you're going to have to put some time in. Also about this status card is it makes sure that money isn't your main focus anyway. Make sure that whatever this project is that you're going to be putting your time and energy into, you do it because you love it, not because you want the money and the fame. So that's a warning there, Pal 4. If you're going to do this thing, go for it, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. And here we have Venus and Virgo, discrimination. This is very serious energy. Be serious about whatever it is that you're about to do. Really put in the proper time, dedication, and energy to learn, to grow, and to do what you got to do. Because this blessing, this reward, this spiritual connection, the deepening of your spiritual connection, of being aligned to your purpose, your path, and your destiny is your reward and your blessing. So whatever this is that you're hesitating on, that's your reward. That's your blessing that you're hesitating on taking. So you should take it. Push through. The answer is yes. Be seen. Do it, Pal 4. So Pal 4, that's your reading. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a like or a comment. If you guys want to support my channel, the links to do so are always in the description box. You can donate a deck, book a reading, or just give me money. Anything that you want to do to support my channel is super appreciated, Pal 4. Thank you and be blessed. Last but not least, we have Das Boot. If you picked pile number 5, the boot, then this reading is for you. So in order to get the energy of the blessing or reward that's coming your way, I started off with a rune. Now I will be honest, pile 5, your pile threw me for a loop. This pile almost didn't make the cut, but I decided to push through and go with it anyway. So if you pick pile 5, just know that you probably wasn't going to have a reading here anyway. So the rune, the blessing that's coming your way is Gebo. Now Gebo is all about a gift. About receiving, becoming deeper connected, and becoming into union with either someone or something. It's about your energies aligning and merging with an individual outside of yourself. This is, in a sense, the truest gift that you can give of yourself and your connection. This could also be something very simple. It's just someone coming to give you a gift or something that you've really been desiring and wanting. And I really feel like this is going to be something outside of yourself. So one of the beautiful things that we have here with your reading, Pile 5, is that there was a synchronicity that I observed. We have the Nemesis and the Justice card. Now, the thing about Nemesis, who's I think either a Greek or Roman goddess, probably Roman, the thing about Nemesis is that she's the goddess of vengeance and justice. So I really feel a strong sense, like if you guys have been wronged by someone, there's going to be reconciliation along that path. Even if you got to give that person a boot, like to kick them out your life, whatever it is, there's going to be reconciliation. I'm not reconciliation. It's going to be a rectification there. When I was channeling the energy for this pile, I did hear an apology might be coming your way from someone who has done you wrong, or someone who is doing you wrong and betraying you is going to tell you and let you know that they've been betraying you and that they've been like doing this and that behind your back, and it's going to come to light. But either way, the card of Nemesis is about karmic lessons, about being more careful about the people that you align with, about the people that you entwine yourself with here, even with the Gable rune. This could be also about lovers. And if you guys are in a relationship and things are rocky, or if you've been feeling like something is off, chances are that something really might be off. And it's going to come to light. Because right now, you just don't know. You're in unknown territory. But being in the dark is exactly where you're meant to be, exactly where you need to be. Because I really feel like this is meant for you to find your truest sense of who you are. Maybe you're in a relationship and, it's been hard for you. Like, you just been really confused, been feeling like there's mixed signals left and right. You don't really know if this person that you with is with you. I'm hearing, do you love this shit? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? You think that niggas you fucking with fucks with you? But I said, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, this is all about like lessons around other people. And this is like a beautiful gift because it's going to allow you to become more aligned with yourself. Like if you are having doubts about someone or like have doubts about people, now you're going to learn to speak up, to really voice your concerns, voice your demands, voice what you want with this temple of truth. This is about authenticity and self-expression. No more watering yourself down to try to people please or to maintain people who are just like probably quite frankly doing you wrong behind your back in the first place. There is a lesson that you're going to be learned, that's going to come to you, and that you're going to learn about Pile 5, and it's going to be in regards to like maybe someone that you really feel really connected to, someone that you're like really closely entwined with, probably even married to. That lesson is gonna come. And this is definitely a blessing because having enemies revealed, having people who are betraying you behind your back without you knowing revealed is always the biggest blessing because your life is always better off without them. And I will tell you that your life will always be better off without them. And in the end, they're the ones that's going to have to pay the karma for screwing you over, especially if you have been a good person to them. So don't even worry about it. If you are married and you haven't been having any problems in your marriage and this is just trying to give you pause, the true essence of Nemesis is to just relax. Know that you're being protected and know that if someone is kind of doing you wrong, it's going to come to light. And if it does come to light, just take that as a gift, as a sign, as a lesson, and as a blessing, because that's exactly what it is. So, Pile 5, keep that in mind. If you are happily in a relationship, continue to be happy. Don't let this reading sour your energy towards this relationship. But just know, like, if something isn't right, it's going to come to light, and you're going to see it. So yeah, we had the Justice and the Page of Swords. And like I said, even with the Throat Chakra card, it's about you advocating your fair share and advocating what's right for you, telling your side of the story, putting out your needs, your wants, your desire in the name of fairness and being in good communication with other people. Because then we also have the Fool and the Five of Pentacles here. And like I said, in terms of people who are in a relationship or in some kind of union with someone else, this might end with you being single, starting a new cycle all by yourself, and yeah, giving someone a boot. kicking someone out of your life and starting a new cycle alone by yourself. And it might seem hard, it might seem scary because you see this person is like crying under the light of the sun. Like, this really hurt this woman. Whatever happened to her really, really hurts and it sucks. And even in my own heart, I'm starting to get like choked up a little bit. It hurts, but just know that this is, in fact, a blessing and a reward. You deserve so much better than what you're getting right now, and you're going to receive better than what you've been getting. Even if you feel like what you've been getting is good, if you've been feeling like you've been getting good, what you've been getting was actually falsehood. It seemed like it was good because that's part of the manipulation, part of the tactic, when deep down inside, this person's an enemy, a nemesis, someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart and is just exploiting you in some way or another. You're blind to it, but you're going to be led down a new path and a brand new beginning. Especially if let me not beat around the bush here. I really feel like your blessing is going to be about someone, an enemy, being exposed, whether it's a friend, a lover, or a family member. Someone that you're very close and have a close tie to is going to be revealed to be an enemy to you, Power 5, or be revealed to be betraying you in some sort of way. And it's going to leave you feeling really, really hurt and devastated, but spirit cannot abide by falsehood for too long. It's going to be revealed to you. Plain and simple. It's going to come to light that you've been settling for way less than what you actually deserve. And we're about to pull more cards on this. Optimism, Sun and Sagittarius. Yes, keep looking forward. Keep looking towards the future. Maintain your energy of like hope and faith. Like I said, Power 5. Like, don't you worry about it. You don't have to do anything here but continue to be yourself. Clearly, just be yourself. And Spirit is going to take care of the rest in this situation because this deceit, this lies, this deception has been really masterfully crafted by these individuals, by this person, because they've taken advantage of the fact that you love them, that you're very close to them, that you're a very kind and open-hearted person. And they've been taking advantage of it. And you need to continue to be that person, but Spirit is going to reveal this, show these people's true color to you. It's going to show them. And I'm seeing so many twos when I just looked up. I seen 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it could very well be a lover. And then here's the number 20, another 2. Could very well be a lover, someone that you're very, very closely associated with that is lying, being deceptive, not really giving you what you truly deserve. Yeah, the moon. The moon is like really jumping out in these cards. This is all about like your intuition, your deepest sense of personal security. Like, things are about to like really be brought into order in your life here, especially with the moon in Virgo. Things are about to be brought into order. I'm hearing order in the court. Like, things are about to really be brought to light to you so you can like reorganize, restructure your life and to live it in a way that's fulfilling for you. Wow. And here we have Charity with Saturn and Cancer. The Saturn and Cancer card, since the Cancer is the 4th house, it rules over family, of very close relationships. Like, this could very well be a marriage or someone that you have a family with, or it could very well be a family member. But the Saturn and Cancer card is all about about charity, about the divine coming through and giving to you, about offering this gift. Like I said, this is a gift and a blessing, and it's coming from a very high place. It might suck to hear, it might hurt to go through, but just know that this is really meant to set you down the best path possible for your life. You're settling for way less than what you deserve. And here we have the Sun in Leo, Fortune. What else was on top? Yes, and I was channeling the 7th house. I was going to say that too, but yeah, influence. Someone here, this is going to be a real fortunate event for you having this person revealed to you, because this person probably could have been holding you back from a lot of the things that you really want to do, keep you from really expressing yourself the way that you want to be. This could have been like the snake in your garden, that this person is going to be revealed and cast out of your life. They're going to be given Das Boot. They're going to be kicked out, Power 5. I'm glad I kept this reading, and I'm glad that I didn't like get rid of it. Once I started channeling the energy, it started to become more clear to me. Because just looking at the cards, I didn't know what the hell this was, but I get it. An enemy is going to be revealed in your life, Power 5, and they're going to be getting the boot. A very negative influence, someone that's been putting a bug in your ear and swaying you from the path that you're meant to take or things that you're meant to do. I feel like I need to get one more oracle card for you guys. I'm going to do the unshakable inner peace cards. I'm going to give you this oracle, and I'm going to end your reading on this. Natal, Power 5. Wow. Your true tribe can't show up unless you do. I mean, your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? This is all about authenticity of expressing yourself. Someone has really been putting a bug in your ear and keeping you from being the truest person that you're meant to be. Someone's been holding you back. And it's someone that you're very, very close to, very connected to. Could be family, a husband, just a lover, or a friend. But that person is going to be cast out of your life, Pile 2. Pile, I keep calling you Pile 2, Pile 5. That person is going to be cast out of your life. Do you crave deeper connection? So many of us live for others and make choices based on what others want for us. What the? That's what I've been saying this whole time. Bro, we put them first because we want so much to be liked and appreciated. But when we do this, we are hiding our true selves. I knew it. Thank you, Father. We are hiding our true selves. When you hide your light, you can feel depleted, let down, and exhausted. Are you hiding pieces of yourself? Many of us think it's easier to go with the flow of the crowd, but in doing so, we sacrifice our true selves. We fear speaking up and not being liked. We'll believe it's a risk to show our real selves and not be accepted. But the opposite is true. Your true tribe can't find you until you start showing up as the real you. Use this opportunity to start being more honest and real with yourself. What do you stand for? Oh, I'm sorry. What do you stand? I'm hearing sirens in the back. Like, I really feel like this is like a warning, like just letting you know, like something's not right. And this person's about to come and probably either be physically arrested or spiritually arrested. Like, because they're messing with someone that doesn't need to be messed with. What do you stand for, and what do you need from a true friend? First, give yourself these gifts. If you want more appreciation, ask, how can I appreciate myself? From this foundation of self-love, you will grow your connection and attract more like-minded and like-hearted people. There are people out there who are waiting for real, deep, meaningful connections, but they can't find you until you show up as your authentic self. Share all of you more openly with others. It's possible some people may fall away, but this makes room for the more genuine people to come into your life. Your divine assignment. The most amazing thing happens when you start to show the world the real you. Your emotional and spiritual needs are met, and you also get an honest reflection back. The world finally sees you in all your glory and in turn loves you back. Connecting authentically with others is important for your well-being. It just takes a willingness to step away from the crowd and trust the rhythm of your own heart. It's always worth it because you will finally feel peace, acceptance, and joy. The more you give yourself permission to show up and shine your real light, the more authentic your relationships will be. So yeah, Power 5. I'm leading your reading there. I felt like this is very synchronicitous. I said everything that I needed to say. Just relax, hold out, and just allow yourself to be the truest sense of who you are. Like, just be who you are. Because this isn't your practice life. This is your real life. And you get to decide what you want for it. Was your inner voice telling you about your dreams? Like, there's something to hear inside of you that needs to be expressed and something that needs to be shown. And people around you or a person around you isn't allowing that. Because you probably care about what they think. You probably don't want to step on toes. You probably want this person to love you, these people to like you, or to be accepted by these people. But they're about to be arrested. They're about to be kicked out of your life, given the boot. And it's going to suck. It's going to hurt. that you're going to have to embark on this new journey all by yourself, from literally feel like starting from zero, but it's necessary for you to be the person who you're meant to be and to live the life that you're meant to live, Pal 5. This is a blessing and a reward, and you should definitely see it that way and not see it as something bad that's happening to you. This is happening for you, not to you. And with that out of the way, and with that being said, Pal 5, thank you for your time and your energy. If you guys want to support my channel, the links to do so are always in the description box. You can book a reading, but give me a deck, or give me money if that's something that you guys want to do. Thank you for your time and your energy, Pal 5, and please be blessed. Bye.